Hey guys, I'm Emma and I'm telling you like it is, with a bit of sarcasm and a whole lot of exaggeration. So please take 5 seconds to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of views equals to me starting to make money on YouTube, which would be awesome. Also, you can check out my newsletter and shop below. So, 17 reasons why eating out is overrated. 1. It's much easier to stick to a diet. Trust me, it's a lot easier to order something decadent off the restaurant menu than to buy it in a grocery store. There's just too many witnesses. Other shoppers, cashiers that judge you silently, and the mystery man behind the camera. Look, you can also way too easily order your weight in pasta with those delivery services. And one of my friends knew a man who did exactly that. Every Wednesday. With only 1 fork, please. 2. Unpleasant surprises. Now, I'm not just talking about hair in your food, which has happened to me because I fully assume the blonde hairs found must be mine. Look, I'm talking about going to a Mexican restaurant and finding tofu in your taco, or having your food stone cold when it gets to your table. 2 things that simultaneously led me to sending my plate back to the kitchen. Pronto. Which brings us to 3. Strange ingredients. First of all, who puts tofu in a taco? Who? Beans are a perfectly good protein for a vegetarian taco, which is what I had ordered. And in that short description of what that meal was supposed to be, do you think tofu was mentioned? No. Talk about false advertising. But seriously, why is it that there are certain things I just don't eat, and coincidentally, they aren't usually mentioned on the menu as being part of the dish? Look, the universe is conspiring against me. But seriously, stop hiding bananas and muffins, and keep the zucchini out of the brownie, or let me know beforehand that I'm not actually signing up for a dessert. Please and thanks. 4. Knowing what goes on the other side. Every kitchen knows what critters they have as recurrent guests, and I've seen my fair share of frozen meals defrosted in a microwave to be then served at an exorbitantly high price. I've seen employees without hairnets, cakes dropped on a dirty floor, then served, and you don't want to know what speed defrosting entails. Trust me. I think my favorite moment living in res in university was eating a tomato that was still partially frozen inside. Yeah. 5. What happened? I'm talking about the menu items that sound good on paper, but are inedible off the plate. Look, if I were more mean-spirited, I wouldn't send it back to the kitchen. Oh no. I'd insist the chef come out and eat some in front of me. See if they can stomach it, you know? 6. Going to your parents is much better. Don't want to cook? Fine, spend some time with the family because 1. It's usually free. Usually. 2. They know what you like. Usually. 3. They're good at making comfort food you're used to. Hint, they raised you. 4. They actually appreciate you coming. 5. You can eat your fill. And 6. They have years of cooking experience. Heck, I always get leftovers out of it, which means even less cooking for me. 7. Waiters should be paid living wages. Look, a tip shouldn't be about paying what the restaurant doesn't feel like paying an employee. Straight up. I didn't hire them. You did. I don't mind the concept of tipping because I worked at a cafe and tips were much appreciated. But then I wasn't being paid below minimum wage at the mercy of that restaurant's popularity, reputation, and location. 8. I could easily make this at home. Sorry to burst someone's bubble, but it doesn't take a degree in cooking to make a good sandwich, or stew, or even sushi. Yes, I've made my own sushi, and yes, I got to know exactly how fresh my ingredients were. Thank you very much. But seriously, my mom is the proof that you don't have to go to a restaurant to have a culinary experience. She can make Indian food, Chinese food, homemade pasta, and just so much more. For the price of a smile and a thank you, hey, my wallet thanks me too. 9. Telltale signs. Look, there's nothing worse than a disappointing culinary experience. And to pay for someone to make you unhappy? Well, that's not my thing. Look, you should never trust a place that has too many things on their menu. Like I was traveling on a theater tour with my fellow castmates when we hit the only restaurant in town open past 10. Contradictory messages already. The only restaurant means it's gotta be good. Open past 10 is a bit iffy. It was called Johnny's Pizzeria, but it had seafood, pork, lamb, just all kinds of things on its menu. Everyone went with the pizza except for one guy who went for the fish fillet. I cannot tell you how disappointed he was when he got his mechanically battered, dry piece of cod with a prepackaged tartar sauce and thin, dry fries. Just saying, Johnny is no fisherman. 10. It's so expensive for what it is. Look, after taxes, an okay meal usually costs about $15 Canadian. That same meal usually costs $3 to $5 per portion when made at home. That's like 3 to 5 times less expensive. Look, I get the time has to be spent to make this food, but seriously, think about all the time you waste waiting around for that food to be brought to your table. If time is money, it's a lot more economical to make it once and have leftovers than to wait for it once and only get it once. Look, I'd rather trek all the way to the grocery store, get what I need for the week, and lug it all the way back home. And I'm not at all the self-punishing type, let me tell you. 11. Food poisoning. I'm gonna say it. I've never had food poisoning at home. I did, though, have a very bad case from a restaurant, which I suffered through with a 6-hour car ride. Oh yeah. 12. Buffets. Okay, so I've only ever been to one good buffet before. Also, buffets are a contradiction on the subject of laziness. I'm too lazy to pick out just one thing from a good menu, but I'm not lazy enough to get up and get my own food. Plus, it's usually more expensive for less service and less tasty food. What is this nonsense? But maybe some of my ire stems from the fact that a buffet waitress once thought I was 12 years old, to then find out I was the same age as her. Yeah. 13. Homemade stuff just tastes better. If you learn how to make your way in the kitchen, you can actually spice things up the way you want. Simple. But seriously, I never knew how much people suffered until I tasted commercial jam. And in recent years, my mom has become an expert kombucha maker. One less expense off my grocery list. The best part, my dad got inspired and started making wine and beer. Life is good. 14. The ordering of food nonsense. I knew someone who would pay delivery fees for one bubble tea. That basically just doubles the price. And I hate to break it to you guys, there's a McDonald's at almost every single block. Stone's throw means you should be throwing yourself out of your house and actually getting that order yourself. Just saying. 15. People who shouldn't be trusted with food. Have you ever gone to a sandwich store and they put all the sauce on one side? Look, there are whole internet rants out there about just one culinary experience gone wrong. I'm not kidding. 16. Portion issues. Look, when I cook for myself, I make a big batch, and then I eat what I want, refrigerate what I don't eat, and freeze what I couldn't possibly eat in the next few days. Easy peasy. I have yet to have leftovers from a restaurant that actually tasted good the next day. So you sit there, eating more than you normally eat to avoid having to awkwardly ask for a takeout container? If that isn't just overall uncomfortable, I don't know what is. 17. The grocery store does it better. Look, if you really hate cooking and the hassle of it all, just buy pre-made meals at the grocery store. It ends up to be less expensive, you can check the ingredients and the calories if you care about that, and you can purchase something that comes with its own leftovers. Doesn't get much simpler than that. You can also try those meal subscription box things, but honestly, last time I checked, they didn't seem at all well priced. Just saying. So that was 17 reasons why eating out is overrated. If you love this video, please take 5 seconds to like it and to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And tell me below, what do you hate the most about eating out? I'll most likely agree. Thanks, guys.